Hello everyone, this is Daniel, and I have a message for you right now. And you're wondering, okay, Christian, okay, why do we as Christians have to see this video? Why is this very important? And for the Christians, obviously, you probably know what's going on in India. And, you know, I have to do it this way because I need to get as many people as possible to, now you know what's going on, and let's get to the point here. There's about, I would say, 450,000 cases and rising. Okay, it's about that many cases of people in India basically getting sick from COVID. 60% of the people in India are dying that are under the age of 45. And obviously, 3,500 something odd people died yesterday. Maybe a little more. I would say that this is very important because people are dying in India and we need God's hand to show that people in India can be healed from this coronavirus, and they do not have a physical hand to deal with this. They're dropping like flies. These people need your help. And as much as you would think, okay, this can be handled, this is going to be like the plague, where people have a lot of conspiracy theories, like the flat earthers, back in that time. And they're going to say, okay, the government's going against us with these vaccines because in this case they're thinking us that they're going to get sick from this vaccine, even though really they're not. So in my case, there's too many people in India right now. This is a rare case where the government is not going to be able to heal this nation as much as they should. There's going to be many people that are going to get really sick before they, end up fixing it. Half America's nation is vaccinated. 2% of India is vaccinated. And that quite clearly means that they do not have the power to really fix things right now. It's only going to get worse from here. Unless you guys pray for this nation. As many people right now pray for this nation as much as possible, India might actually have a chance. Like a miraculous hand from God. Like someone gets an idea and gets India back together. Because that's all we have is God. India has no fighting chance for today, and might not have a fighting chance until maybe too late. And that is based off of the early theory, but if they do have a fighting chance, I would say that was from God. So please, I'm begging you, pray for India. Pray that India is healed by God, by Jesus, for the most part. Would they need Jesus? If anyone from India sees this, they will figure it out. They'll figure out that people are praying for you guys. The whole world's praying for you, India. It's just you don't even know about it, do you? There are missionaries in India, and your government is trying to kick them out. Who knows? Maybe this is God's judgment and He's trying to tell you, wake up. Wake up, people. Believe in me, not in vain animals that you become later on. And also pray for their salvation. Like 10,000 people, maybe, because they don't have the actual data. Up to 10,000 people are dying a day in India from this nasty disease that the sleeper on. They're like, remember people, I had a video earlier, back I would say in February, March, maybe one in February. I said I had COVID. Near March, or maybe even in March, I was drained from energy. I could barely walk. I could barely breathe. And I was trying to fall asleep a lot. I didn't want to eat that much. People brought food up to my room, and I was trapped in my room for a very long time. And that kind of thing gets your mental status. And what happened was, I don't know if this was COVID or not, but I had sad thoughts when I had COVID. Now they're no longer in my mind. But I had sad thoughts because I was a lonely guy that had nothing. I wanted to talk to everyone on Facebook. I was just out of it. Out of breath all the time. Could barely speak. And wanted to rest all the time. That kind of thing gets you mentally. And if you're thinking, well, that thing doesn't get to India that much. Well, it was better for me than it was in India. India has the worst type of disease that you can ever imagine today. Think of 60% of the young people. Now think of that as a case where those people that died, that was from, I would say, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe 1 week ago. Back then, there was only like 100,000 cases. 10% of the people that had these cases are dead. Now it's 400,000. And now it's going to rise to 1 million per day. Guys, this is very serious. Please pray for this nation because it is growing sicker by the day. Yesterday it had literally 380 something odd cases. The 380 something odd 1,000 cases. Now it's literally climbing up to 450,000. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And if you don't pray for this nation may be wiped out of its, it might just be wiped out of a lot of its population. 100,000 people could die per day. And that's a lot more than they have births. And that might be good for population control, but that might be good for, meat control, maybe good for things like supply and demand, but that's less people. Think of it this way. Would your mother cry over you? Would your mother cry over you if you died? Would your father just have suicidal thoughts if he died? These people in India are crying their desperate cries, pleading to us, please, help us. We're dying. Why can't you help us? And they're saying it to the government, they're saying it to everyone in the world, but they're not saying it to God, for the most part. Even the Christians are dying. Remember, God can help them. If it's not too late, pray for them. Because who knows if the rapture will happen. That's for a different subject, but really, India is falling apart. It's getting sicker by the day, and it needs help. Remember the people in India, and pray for them. My thoughts are out to India right now, and I would say I'll pray for them later. And you should too. Please. India needs your prayers. And if you're wondering, okay, why am I not going to... Why does prayer even matter? Let me give you a hint of what happened in my past life. It's not COVID related. I had COVID before, to give you an example. But I literally, like, a buddy of mine, across the room, across the hall, like not that far from the house, a buddy of mine had severe stomach upset. Like he could not go to the bathroom within 4 days. It was 4 days he couldn't go to the bathroom. Number 2, to be more polite. And he was in pain. He was crying in pain. He was confused, and I told him, I don't want you to go to. I don't want him to go to hospital. And I told God, please don't let him go to the hospital. I don't want him to suffer. Please heal him. Please, I want him to heal. But I'm begging you, Lord Jesus, heal him. In that hour, he was healed. Guess what? The number 2 came out, and he's doing fine today. Guess what? If I didn't pray for him, he would have had to get surgically removed, and bad things would have happened to him. That's the same case with India. India needs your prayers. If you don't pray for them, who knows if they'll recover the way they used to be. Maybe they'll be worse off than they were before. And maybe it'll come to America. Maybe it will come to Brazil. Maybe we'll get the whole entire world very sick. And instead of 1 billion people sick, it'll get 8 billion people sick. You know, Russia, even our enemy nation, needs help. Even then, countries like Italy, like Italian, and every other nation may just get that same disease. America, the most vaccinated, and Israel and Africa is going to be so much worse than often you would think. Africa's going to get it so bad if we don't pray for it, you know? So I'm begging you, if it's not too late, please pray for India. And nothing's too late with God, remember that. So I'm begging you, pray for India. Because because India needs your prayer to recover. Pray that they heal as a nation from this sickness, that it doesn't spread anymore, that we possibly might have to do nothing but hope to God that no more people there have to get sick, and that the government does its job in India. Now about the vaccines, I know that some of you are like, okay, well, the vaccines are like Antichrist. Well, I would say that Johnson & Johnson is regular vaccine, but anyway, I digress. Remember, India needs our help. Pray to God that India, pray to God that India is cured as a nation and that people are no longer sick. Okay. All right, I'll be done now. Okay. Bye.